It is draft week. Draft's starting today.
Oh.
We got to
It
talk
is
a little.
draft week.
You wanted to talk a little Birds Championship
Yeah.
there because
Yeah.
Josh used to work for the Eagles and merchandising, right?
I did. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. So this past season was kind of a full circle moment. So when I was in college, I was selling like illegal Eagles T-shirts at the games, and like you're obviously not allowed. You'll get a cease and desist, whatever. I was doing it for beer money. I was a poor college student.
Yeah.
The one guy that came up to me, he asked me, he's like realizing I'm much younger than like the other like old heads that are doing the same thing, like for a legit living. He's like, we have positions in the state. Like you can, like, do you want a job? I'm like, yes. I didn't ask anything else. He's like, come back on Tuesday. We'll do a full interview, blah, blah, blah. So I got the job and basically was at 300 level at one of the merchandise stands, just selling T-shirts for a year during games. I graduated, is what they called it, the 300 level, dropped down to the 100 level, managed the largest stand that they had there, kicked everybody's ass, and then got promoted to the pro shop. When I got to the pro shop, they also do tours on like every Saturday. And
Yeah,
there
I did one of
was
those.
some guy was sick, and he asked if I could fill in to do tours. And he's like, "Here's the script." I'm like, "I don't think I need a script. Like, I'm a diehard fan." And he goes, "When were the Eagles? When did they come? 1933." Like, how many championships? Like, what? 1960 against Green Bay, 1713. He goes, "Oh, you actually do know your stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I actually know." He goes, "Cool. Study the script. There's also like a trail. You're gonna give a group to 40 people in 2 hours." I'm like, okay. I open up.
Game on.
I open up the little packet. The first thing I see is locker room, and I go, "Excuse me, I get to go in the locker room?" He goes, "No, you're the tour guide taking them through the locker room." Like, cool. So I did that tour. So that tour was 98% bullshit, because I had no idea even where I was going. Like, I'd never been on this tour path. I knew I had to go up to
Yeah.
the presidential suites, go around the press box, come back down an elevator. I went down the wrong elevator. Had to go down an elevator down to where like the mezzanine was, where the locker room was. Hit the locker room, go to the other press box down there, and then bring them back up to the pro shop. Oh, and we got to go do the lap around the field before you got to bring it back up. I was just a fan guiding a bunch of other fans during that first tour. Got back,
Hell yeah.
I got back up there, told him, I was like, I want to do this. Like, this is what I want. I want to do this for the next 2 years while I'm in college. Like, sign me up. So I did that for the next two seasons. Ended up being the supervisor of the entire merchandise department by my time I got to my senior year. So that meant I wasn't just responsible for all the Eagles merch, but I was also responsible for all of the merch for every event that was held at the link. So
wow.
the Army Navy
Nice.
games, all the concerts. I met
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. I sort of met Taylor Swift. I stole one of her CDs, made her sign it, and then gave it to my sister for a birthday present.
Nice.
That was one of my favorite moments working there.
That's pretty cool.
Monster Jam, so like all the events. And then the full-time organization is very small. It's only like 90 something people, or at least it was back then. So there's no full-time positions that are just given out to people. And I tried.
Wow.
I was like, I want to stay with the Eagles. This is like it's my favorite team. I don't care what you pay me.
Right.
Just let me work here. Obviously didn't work out. I went out to do bigger and better things, I guess one could say. I worked in corporate America. And then my uncle was a season ticket holder, and he had been since 1999. They had tickets at the Vet. They were there first at the Link as well. And he retired down to Key West this past year with my aunt. So as he's liquidating his assets, he calls me up and says, "Hey, you don't have a house yet. You want my house?" I'm like, "I don't want to move to Royersford, so no, I'm not going to buy your house. Like, I'm no chance I'm moving 40 minutes past Philly into the suburbs. I don't need your house. But thank you. Hope the move goes well." He goes, "All right, well, hang on. What about the Eagles season ticket licenses?" I'm like, well, I mean, I do have money saved up for the down payment on a house. How much are these going to cost me?" He goes, "About the down payment on a house." And I'm like, For one or for both of them? Because he had two. He goes, I need the cash to afford the move. Key West is expensive. Like, he gave me a deal on them, and I wired him the money, and now I own 2 seats at the link. So
That's so sick.
There you go.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So first year, which was last season, I went to every game except the Thursday night Commanders game and the Panthers game. Went to every other game, including all of the playoff games, which was wild because it's super rare to get 3 playoff games. Because you can't be in the number 1 seed or else you get a bye.
Right.
So you have to be a 2 seed or lower, then hope that the 1 seed loses, and then just keep winning. And we just
it's crazy. I knew that because I'm good friends with a lot of the guys that do the Buffalo Bills drum line. Like I used to play with them a while when they were getting started, and the same thing. They're like, I just hope we get the 2 seed because we get more games, we get paid more. But it's like, don't you want the 1? But yeah, you're right. The 2's the spot.
I feel for the Bills so bad, man. I was in Buffalo. I was in Buffalo for the Eagles Buffalo game. Like, what was that? Like 4 or 5 years ago. Greatest tailgate I've ever been to.
Oh yeah.
Like Eagles and Bills fans are the same fan. We are a psychotic, passionate bunch that knows how to respect people who know what they're talking about when it comes to football. And that's it. If you don't know what you're talking about, we will be ruthless against you, and we will tell you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I will say
it was a party. It was a party.
I will say that it was voted by fans and players alike that the drunkest fan base is my Cincinnati Bengals, and that was over the Bills and over the Steelers or Green Bay. But I would put the Cincinnati tailgate right up there only because the Bills obviously at the stadium. It is nuts. It's everywhere. It's incredible. The Cincinnati one goes so. Paycor Stadium's there, and then right down the street is the Great American Ballpark where the Reds play.
Yeah.
So it's like literally the entire blocks in there are just filled with people, and it's like parking garages all the way up, and it's like, dude, it's nuts. But it's the same thing. I had a lot of people I met there that would, like, if you didn't know what you were talking about, they would kill you with verbal abuse. And you're like, okay.
It's like, you better know what you're talking about if you're going to come at me and start heckling me, because I do know what I'm talking about. And
I'm not saying it's on the level of like Philly, because you guys that's a different planet altogether.
We're just passionate. Yeah. That's it. We're not mean. We're not angry. We're just passionate. And the whole Santa Claus thing, and I'm going to say this right now, at the whole Santa Claus thing, because it's going to come up, and it always comes up, and this is something they don't tell you about the Santa Claus thing from back in like 1960s or whatever. Santa Claus was a drunken South Philly guy that was harassing women, and they started throwing snowballs at him to get him to shut up. So we were protecting our fellow people against a drunk Santa Claus.
It's just the most Philly thing I've ever heard, and it's fine. It makes sense. It makes sense.
We'll never live it down. Never. We will never live it down.
No.
It doesn't matter how much we defend it. We'll never live it down. Never. No, but I'm super pumped up for the draft on Thursday. There's no chance we're staying at 32. I'll tell you that right now. Howie will not let us stay at 32.
They're going to make moves. Yeah.
I don't like the rumor that I started hearing today about seeing if Abdul Carter falls to 4 and then making a trade with the Patriots and sending AJ Brown to the Patriots for the 4th overall pick to get Abdul Carter.
They just got digs. They're not going to.
It's asinine. It's not going to happen. He's not going anywhere. I don't care if he got his car stolen today. He already got it back because Big Dom is awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I bought it more so as a prop.
He bought it. He bought it 45 minutes after seeing it on the sidelines.
Are you finished it already?
No, I'm not that. I'm not a big reader. I'm
that's amazing.
He did it for the memes. He didn't do it for reading.
The amount of people that had that book at the parade, I mean, it was everywhere.
I believe it.
It's at all the games. It's just I need to get a copy. I really do.
That's funny as hell.
For me not to have a copy, but
that's pretty funny.
Yeah, the draft's awesome. I have no idea what we're gonna do. The only thing that I know for a fact is that we won't be picking at 32. I love Dallas Goedert, our tight end. Feels like a draft day trade is probably coming. I don't know what they're going to get for him. I don't want to lose him, but he also is banged up, and I don't think it'd be smart to pay him long term. So that one hurts.
Well, Philly's modeled right now where they're not paying guys long term. They got a lot of guys that like
they're waiting.
The reason because they're waiting.
We're going to need to.
And the Bengals, that's exactly because that's what they're trying to model after now. Yeah. But we already screwed up by paying guys $1 billion.
Who's your tight end for Cincinnati?
Mike Gretzky or Risketsky, whatever the hell.
Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki, yeah.
You guys want
him and Andre Iggy from Prince or Harvard.
Okay, so Dallas Goedert's better than both of them put together. So if we give you Dallas Goedert and like I don't know,
relax.
Well, let me say, if I give you Dallas,
honey, these fucking Eagle fans are out of their goddamn mind. I can't do this shit.
I'll give you Dallas Goedert and a 3rd round pick for Trey Hendrickson.
And I'll give you, my ass.
You're not going to pay him. You can't afford him. You can't afford him. We'll take.
Let me tell you this. I have some insider info. I'll tell you after this, but there is a deal in place with Trey because the asking price for him was ludicrous, right?
Oh, it was insane.
But Trey has found out that the asking price for other teams is also ludicrous. So there's a good chance that he comes back on maybe a 1 or 2 year deal. But I don't know, because he wants long term. The guy deserves it. I'm not saying he doesn't.
17 and a half sacks each of the last 2 years.
Dude's a fucking animal.
I just want to put him next to Jalen Carter and just shut every team out forever.
I know. I know. I'm already gonna have a panic attack because the Bengals are every game is gonna be 50 points.
I know,
and we're gonna lose to 54 points. It's gonna be nuts.
It's tough because your offense is so good.
This is Hall of Fame level. It's so nuts. And my defense is do we have to call it inside the lines? Yeah. And I'm like, oh god.
I'm doing whatever I can this year to get Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins on my fantasy team. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to do whatever I can.
Chase Brown's the key X factor.
Yeah, I'll figure out running back. Yeah,
there you go.
My championship belt's in the other room. It's not in the sports memorabilia room. So.
There you go.
6-time champ.
I've been terrible since. Oh god, it's been bad.
I love football. I love football.
Hell yeah.
If I had to choose one, football or golf, it would be really, really, really tough for me. It'd be really tough because golf is that was a hell of a tangent, but bringing it back to golf. So golf is not only just something that I enjoy doing, just am obsessed with getting better at. It's also kind of my place of zen in a way.
Oh yeah.
It's really helped get my mental, not just my mental game under it, but just my mentality just in life, I feel has improved over the last 4 or 5 years by getting into this sport because it will beat you down and you need to be able to figure out how to deal with that. And if you can't, your game's going to get worse. I was at the sim today. I was at Scramble today and I was getting frustrated with something and I'm like, stop it. It's okay, fine. We stopped it. And then the next swing I was back. And 4 years ago, I would have let that spiral into something. And I'm like, what are you getting frustrated? You're at the sim. You just happen.
Right.
What do you just go?
You're
at the sim during lunch, by the way, when you should be working. It's relax.
When you said stop it reminded me of that Michael Jordan meme where he's like, stop it.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Exactly. Stop it. You need
it. Thanks for watching today's episode.
To see more of our content, be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube. We can be found at Basic Bogeys on all platforms.
Thanks. We hope to see you on the next one.